But we are here talking about prices, and well, if you ask me, for example, how can I reduce my prices in order to control the costs a little bit? But being honest, so like without cheating, without using cheap ingredients or anything like that. Well, what I would tell you would be my first strategy would be the portions, and this is not only to for you to control to decrease your cost of production, but also to sell, because sometimes we produce big cakes and costing makes a big difference if you are using 100 grams of something or 200 grams, right? But sometimes you are selling big cakes, and most of the people are not buying family size, or they don't have a big fridge at home to storage, unless we are in the United States, of course, because they have the amazing, beautiful fridges, right? I love it, by the way. But the portions, I had to think about it, because sometimes I had big cakes and my customers didn't have place to display. Then I started to reduce cuts, which previously were like 20 centimeters to 15, I think is 8 inches to 6 inches, something like that. I'm still learning. And there are many other ways to work on prices, like you can tell your customers that you don't take orders for 1 or 2, or your minimum 6 or 10 or 12, in order, because of course if you were selling more, so your delivery cost, your packaging and everything is going to be reduced. When you can work in your delivery prices as well. For example, if your customers are not ordering the minimum, they have to pay for the delivery, or in order to receive the delivery for free, there is a minimum order, because this makes a difference. I don't know if you are already working or if you are going to start. This is something you have to think about. Well, then we are talking about using the best ingredients, and we are talking about how to manage a little bit this production costs. Sorry about my English, is always this. Sometimes I stuck because I'm looking for the best words to describe what I'm trying to say. But I'm already very, very happy, the happiest person in the world, if you guys can understand what I say. Yes, we are talking about all this, but might be that you are losing customers because of the price. Yes, but why this happen? Because it might be, first of all, that you are really too expensive, because you are not controlling your production cost, or because your delivery is too expensive, or because you open the radio where you are delivering before you really worked all the customers that are around, so which is going to be faster and cheaper to delivery. But can be, for example, your prices are too expensive for the market you decided to sell, or for the customer you decided to sell, because in the same neighborhood you also have different kinds of customers, right? It can be that the clientele you are looking for, that you don't have to adjust your prices, your selling prices, but you have to go and offer your products to the right clientele. Sometimes the clientele that's really looking for the products, that are really aiming to buy this kind of stuff, are somewhere else, or you are selling somewhere where they are not being clear about your unique selling points, or you go there and they think you are just more expensive, but they don't understand that you are offering a different product that is gluten, there is dairy free with good ingredients that are special products. Sometimes you can manage this kind of thing, like having some banners and some information training the customers that are selling your products, or you have to print and bring more information to your customers, bring samples, do on Saturday some tasting for the customers to try your products, because they, if they are not reading what you're writing, they would understand very well if they are tasting what you're selling. Then most of the time the pricing or the wrong pricing have everything to do with positioning. A business is composed to many things. Of course, is the planning, the production, buying ingredients and selling, the post sale, taking orders, packaging, delivering, doing all these things, and all these have costs, have procedures, and a business is composed to many details. But if you know the market you are going into, if you're positioning, if you know your market, if you know where you want to sell, who are your customers and how they act, what are they buying, what are they finding when they look for this kind of product. If you know your market and you know very, very well your costing, how much cost for you to go from A to B, your ingredients, your packaging, and everything, because you're going to manage bulk orders, you're going to manage new customers, new flavors. If you know these two things, your market very well and your costing, once you understand clearly these two things, price is not going to be a problem when selling your products. And I can tell you that because I always have these two things in my mind. When someone asks me any questions about my business, can you do this? Can you do that? I have this kind of customers. Do you have something that suits them? Is it possible to do a tasting every Saturday or leave some samples here? If you know exactly your costing, you always can reply this kind of questions. Don't have to be right away, of course, but you have to know. And once you know your markets, you know if what you are selling, you are offering to the right customers. If what you are selling is what the market, your market is looking for. And believe me, just these two things and you will never concern about prices anymore, because as I told you in the beginning of this class, you won't knock the wrong doors. Well, I think it's a lot of things to think about. I left here some exercise for you to do about your business, and I see you in the next class. Don't forget to, before you leave, to like this video and to subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.